Let's get retarded in here and here. All right. A 3, a 2, a 1.
And we are back again.
Welcome back to History Hyenas. I'm your host, Devin Thompson.
And I am Skip Skipperson.
I like Skip Skipperson. As with us as always is Robbie Six Strings. He's in our heart and souls and watching over us at all times.
Yes. He's not dead. He's just always here.
And horrible at playing music.
Yeah. He is.
Dude, how you been?
I've had a good week.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't seen you because we didn't do our weekly chess date and pool hall game. Instead, you had to be a big prick and go and see a band. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah. The other night, Savannah was graced with the presence of the almighty Steel Panther. Those of you who are fans of Steel Panther know the excitement I had when me and Trish went. First of all, it is. I didn't realize how much I missed shows.
Yeah.
Until the other night. What was it? Was it Thursday night they came? And of course, me and Trish are microchipped, so we felt safe enough to go. They did limited seating. The Mighty Panther themselves did 2 shows.
That's badass. I like that. That's a really cool model.
Just because, limited tickets, limited seating to be safe, but they brought live shows back to Savannah, man, and they were. I don't want to get too much into it, but I could probably talk the whole podcast about it.
You can get as much into it as you want. We're opening.
Me and Trish have been fans of the Panther since they started out. As I've been following them since they've gone through a lot of names. Those of you who don't know the history, they were called Metal School, Metal Shop, Danger Kitty. There's might be another one there, but then they eventually settled on Steel Panther. And when their first record came out, Feel the Steel, I just loved it. And this was before me and Trish were even married, and I played it for her, and she just ate it up. I mean, we love Steel Panther and have loved them for years and years and years. And when the tickets showed up, Trish was like, "We're going." And you gotta love a wife that's like, we're going to Steel Panther.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but we got there. They did an early show and a late show. The early show started at about 7. It was about 7:15 when they hit the stage. I want to say they did a full hour and 15 minutes, maybe hour and a half show at Victory North, which is a really cool venue. It was my first time going to Victory North.
Did you like it?
Actually, I did. It's small.
Yeah.
But I like the setup of it. I mean, we really were comfy there. I mean,
I've heard good things about it. It's definitely better. I've heard better things about that than Stage on Bay. Did you ever go to Stage on Bay?
No, actually, I finally bought tickets to a show at Stage on Bay. It was Testament and Anthrax.
Yeah, I remember, and then they canceled it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Stage on Bay, all they did was cancel shows.
Yeah, well, and one of the reasons for that, I don't remember, now I can't remember, but Anthrax was going to play there because they were on their way down to Orlando to play with Slayer, which me and my buddy saw, and I went into a story about that. But yeah, I remember them supposed to be coming through, and then Anthrax being like, nah.
Actually, there was no one ever really said what happened, but Stage on Bay kept canceling shows at the last minute.
Yeah, it happened a couple times.
Yeah, but they canceled that show an hour before doors opened. I'm not kidding you. An old buddy of mine that I grew up with, he and I, who also lives here in Savannah, he and I were going to go together, and he got to my house to pick me up, and I just found out they had canceled.
Oh my God.
And he was like, "You're joking." I was like, "No, they just canceled." But anyway, back to a good venue, which Victory North is. It's a cool venue. I think once we're able to stretch our arms and fill more people in, it's going to be a lot of fun. But the Panther got out there and they put on a show. First of all, at no point did any of them ever leave the stage to go backstage and get a drink or a splash of water. They stayed on stage the entire show. And when they weren't rocking out, they do their little skits and have fun with the audience, and it's just so much fun. Now, obviously, this is a very R-rated show.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know Steel Panther, you don't bring the kids. But I mean, it was.
Did you see the video clip online of the 13-year-old that played guitar for him?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things was we made our way to the front of the stage, and Trish got to like talking to Lexi Fox, the bass player, and telling him how pretty he was, and so he gave her a guitar pick during the show.
Nice.
Michael Starr, the lead singer, at one point he wore my hat on stage.
I saw that.
I have a big cowboy hat with some patches on it that I wear to rock shows, and he wore it on stage. And I'll put a picture of him wearing my hat on stage on this.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be right here.
Right.
Yeah, right here.
Get that aspect ratio correct.
That's right. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Well, on YouTube I do it in the old 4:3 with the black lines on the side.
Yeah.
It's not even in color.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then when he gave my hat back, he shook my hand on stage. So I made my way to the other side of the stage and got a pick from Satchel, who's a killer guitar player. Which he's got a long history of playing with a lot of people over the past few decades. But yeah, they rocked out. They had a blast, and that's the thing. And you can account for this. I've been to many shows where the band literally looks like they're just trying to get into the show.
Every single Mr. Wade show. Phoning it in.
Yeah, I wish you were lying, but
me too.
But these guys were having fun from the moment they walked down on stage to the moment they walked off stage.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of energy, and knowing that they had to do another show. But it was a blast. That's what I remember about good, heavy metal rock and roll shows. So, but yeah, great show. God, I hope they come back around. I can't wait for more metal to come through Savannah. We are a good metal community, metal bands out there. Please come play for us. We'll come see you. We promise. Yeah. Well, it's Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie, you can come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great show. And you know what? You were actually incorrect. We did get to see each other this week. What did we introduce you guys to on Monday? You already forgot? Bingo.
That was this Monday?
That was this Monday. It's been a long week.
Well, normally we see each other like Thursday.
Yeah, usually on Thursday.
That's why, yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Oh, if only there was that fucking... I gotta bleep it. But that
you can tell them what we're gonna win.
We were gonna for final bingo, and it was 4 bingos. You had to get 4 bingos on one card. They had a baby shark and formaldehyde. And Jonathan looks at me and he's like, "Trish won't let me bring that home. Well, can you put it in the studio?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." So I was so excited. And we were in the middle of bingo. You were like, "Got 1." Next number called, I got 1, and then we both got 2 at the same time. I think I was like 2 numbers away from having 4.
Yeah, I was.
You
too.
were about you were pretty close. And somebody yelled bingo, and I was the whole bar was like, "Damn."
Our dreams were crushed.
Yeah.
But so for you locals that are cool, Mood Rights is an awesome place with bingo. Of course, I don't know if they're gonna fit anybody else in there.
Yeah, if you're not cool, just don't come,
Please
or I'll
don't.
beat you up.
If you're not cool, bingo is on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Contradicts the night part, but
No.
not in my head.
Yeah, not me.
We, fans of this podcast know that I don't know how sun work.
Yeah, or clocks.
We'll stick to that. Na 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 na. Lights go out in our campus. You strike me as a Coldplay kind of guy.
I'm not. I actually do not like them at all.
Surprising.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It should not surprise you.
Which brings us perfectly into this week's segment and what we were doing. Well, there's no surprise. If you were in on last episode, you know what we're doing. But so,
and if you weren't, stop right now.
Yeah, turn it off. Don't come to Mood Rights.
Go to the other episode.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a test at the end of this episode.
The big test, yeah.
That me and Brennan will probably fail.
It's an AIDS test. I'm for sure failing that.
No, I totally passed that one last time.
Yeah. Positive?
Yeah, positive.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah, I got positive.
I went home, I was like, hey, great news, Trish.
Jonathan passed something.
They said I got positive news.
Well, I can't pass a sobriety test, so I better pass something.
Gotta pass something. I failed my IQ test. It's not even a pass-fail
wow,
grade.
I know,
yeah,
right?
It just we're like, no, you failed, bud.
Like, I was like,
And then I walked into the door because it said pull. So, for those of you who know, now that you've caught up, if you went back and listened to the episode, we pitched each other metal bands.
yeah, full bands.
And so here's the funny thing. I didn't realize how much of an arena I was stepping into. It was pretty funny. On Monday, I was talking about, I was like, I thought for sure I had you on Avatar. Mm-hmm. And, Sam, Trish were sitting there, and I was like, well, I hadn't heard of him, so how would you have heard of him? And then I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot not only way more about metal, but just more about music in general.
But mostly
so
metal.
Like,
that's my.
I was like, well, I haven't heard of him. How likely is it that he's heard of him? I think I had. Hang on. This is part of the reason for having the phone in here. Let me see how many bands I pitched. So, okay, we made it to that band.
Oh yeah, I guess I can look up the.
I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Mm-hmm. So 3 for 13.
Yeah.
So my initial, I got out of my initial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I sent you 5. You only hadn't heard of 1.
Right.
And they're a really small band.
Mm-hmm.
And then within you sent me 5. And I hadn't heard of any of them.
And they were mostly well-known metal bands, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, which is sad. Other funny thing is I was like digging deep into like what I put in an instrumental metal band.
Oh yeah, it was a Pelican, wasn't it?
Pelican, yeah. Like just kind of like a little smaller from Chicago. And I know in that scene they're really big because they're kind of like Russian Circles.
And I love Russian Circles.
Yeah. So I dug even deeper, and I was pretty sure you'd heard of Weed Eater because they perform here a lot. Mm-hmm. But then I got to you heard of Gate Creeper. Mm-hmm. That's a little bit more standard, but I said Oathbreaker. Mm. And I was for sure, I was like, you haven't heard of Death of Kings. You for sure haven't heard of Oathbreaker. And I pitched it, and you were like, I said those two together. You're like, nice try, buddy. And we finished. I finally get my 3 to you. You just picked whatever 3 you wanted out of the initial 5 because I hadn't heard of any of them.
I could have pulled anything out of a hat for you.
And then we got to the end, and I was like, so you for sure haven't heard of Oathbreaker? And you were like, you know what? Come to think of it, I think I'm thinking of another band. I was like, I fucking knew it.
I was thinking of the Oath.
So when we do it again, Oathbreaker is definitely going to be on my top list. Here's another suggestion I had, because what I realized going off of these pitches is it's a ton of deep diving on 3 bands, and typically we're just kind of deep diving songs.
Right.
So I say next time we do this kind of thing, we just pick like 1 band each to pick from, and we just make sure it doesn't have to be metal, but when we do this, it's just like a deeper dive into 1 band with like a bigger discography. Because like, especially on my end, going through like Armored Saint, who has a really vast discography. Same with Nuclear Assault, maybe a little bit more limited, and then Sentence. They have a lot. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. So going through all of that was
it's a lot.
I basically what I did is I just did the album test. I have like this acid test I run for albums. I put on the first song, and if I skip 3 songs because I'm just not liking what I'm hearing, then I move to another album.
I had to kind of cheat with I went to Apple Music and just went through the most played songs from the bands.
I did the same thing.
Just to kind of
That's how I started,
stick
and then
my toe in.
I started, and then I found songs that I liked on albums, and then I would kind of go to the album, and I'm like, was it just that song, or is there more here? So that's kind of what I did.
But this is something that, and we'll get to it in the podcast, but I couldn't explore as much just because of the time frame.
Yeah.
But you'll know when we're done if I do more exploring.
Yeah, for sure. And we should.
Same with you.
Yeah, definitely. We should. I think pick a. So like, if we did this next time, I wouldn't suggest a band like Death of Kings because they really only have like a couple of songs, and that's just not quite enough to deep dive in. But I would send you something like Bewitcher because they have a lot to get into. So,
yeah, they did.
So yeah, getting into that, we don't even need to flip this bad boy because I went deep cuts, you went deep cuts for me, but I went deep cuts for everybody. So
yeah. I mean, when you found 3 metal bands that I'd never heard of, I mean, to me that's a deep cut. That'd be like me finding some generic EDM guy that you'd never heard of.
Yeah,
well, that was
burned.
That was a good shot.
But here's the thing: is you could find a lot.
I wouldn't even know where to look.
Well, to be honest, I don't know very much about music.
Well, obviously, I've heard you play, so.
I'll fucking leave, man. I'll leave. I'll take my guitar and go home.
All right. You give me a ride. Easy, Aaron Lewis.
Yeah. You're gonna be riding the truck bed.
That's fine. It won't be the first time. Which we're only going to touch on this guy once because we hate him. But there are now officially 2 reunion live stream shows for Stained, the whole band. So I know you're chomping at the bit. You're gonna pop some corn. You're gonna get a whole
pop some corn.
Popcorn.
Oh my God.
You're gonna make some popcorn. Get you 2 cans of Skull. Beat the old lady for an hour.
Yeah.
And you'll be ready.
She'll kick my ass for 2. So.
Yeah.
I come out swinging early, but she's got the endurance of a champion.
Yeah. We talked about how my wife can get redneck crazy and it's over for everybody.
Yeah.
But you'll sit in your dirtiest jeans and your Crocs and.
Well, I didn't know we were dressing up fancy for this.
Well,
I was just gonna have like my holiest underwear.
Have your daughter sit really close in your lap.
Oof. Shots at Aaron Lewis and his fans.
What's he gonna do?
Well, to be fair, all of his fans are cousin fuckers, and that's just math. That's just statistics.
Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? Come in here and leave?
Yeah. Hey, here's how it'll go. Hang on. I'm gonna do Aaron Lewis.
Okay.
You can't see the door, but I don't care.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a podcast, right?
Okay. Hey, how you guys doing? I'm doing a podcast now. And
hey,
leave. Aaron Lewis.
I'm gonna fucking leave, man.
Are you leaving?
Yeah. If you don't stop talking shit, I'm gonna leave.
Hey, man.
Dude, I'll leave.
Why are you so fat and stupid?
I'll leave, man.
Dude, put on a clean shirt. Hey, man, they're called guitar lessons. Why don't you take 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
Turns out that having a couple $1,000 guitar doesn't make any good at it.
No, if you can't play it, I mean, if you have a Rolls Royce, it's fine. But if you don't know how to drive a car, that was really a bad analogy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna edit that out and put something funnier in.
Yeah. Just obviously Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I'll put a Dave Chappelle joke in there in his voice. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, you sound like Dave Chappelle for 10 seconds. Yeah. You didn't know I did impressions.
We're going to make these bits work. I'm going to make the preacher bit work. I'm going to bring him back soon.
And we're going to do another Aaron Lewis song. Not today, but I'm going to.
I'll do it right fucking now. I'm on drugs. And my girlfriend left me.
Throw my ashtray at you.
She says
with a lit Marlboro in it.
He's like one of those like fat guys with a flat ass. He could probably kick the shit out of me.
I don't know. He looks like he's in pretty bad health. I mean, it'd be like fighting me. It probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just compared my body shape to Aaron Lewis's.
I wouldn't fight you. I would just take a pack of Camels and throw them in the bushes. Go get them, boy. Daddy needs to smoke.
Where are they at?
Can't breathe.
I feel great.
How do you want to? That's gonna be that's when the podcast ends. When you have a fucking stoma.
When I'm up here,
I'll be too grossed out to do
that
any
would
fucking
be too.
Dude. Oh my god.
But anyway, let's get back on.
Dude, how do you want to start? Who goes first? Do you want to rock paper scissors? We just kick each other in the nuts until it hurts, and then.
I mean, that's how we got here.
Yeah.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I like it.
All right, we're gonna do
rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and on shoot you throw.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Ready? So rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Um.
And I have no idea what order you're gonna go in. So we're
do I pick you or do I pick me or now what do we do? Rock, paper, scissors for pick.
If you don't do something, I will leave.
Okay.
I will throw my ashtray and my half Budweiser in the audience. And I will leave.
Back to that video. I thought he just threw like a solo cup, but you were like, no, that was a fucking ashtray. I was like,
with a lit cigarette in it.
What the fuck,
yeah,
man?
watch it again. Like it's an ashtray, and he just throws it in the audience.
That's so fucked up.
It's like I would have launched that right back at him so hard.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So tell me how you feel about corn. Because that's where I got confused when you said pop some corn earlier. I was like, I heard like poppers and listen to corn was in my head. And
in corn's defense, I've tried to like corn for a long time.
Yeah,
and I just can't get into them.
Yeah,
I don't like that drop tuning. I'm not going to insult them as a band. I just can't get into them.
That's why I brought him up.
I don't like. I just
brought him to
just,
you on a platter.
Just nothing that I just can't.
That's sad. That's almost like they're like you don't even want to make fun of them.
Yeah, it's just not even worth it.
Yeah.
I just never could like get a flavor for them. They're just like It's
like the kid failing remedial math. It's like why even? He's got enough going on.
I know. I mean,
poor corn.
Poor corn. I mean, corn's like the kid that keeps dropping his guitar pick. I mean,
shout out to Robbie Six Strings. Drop my guitar pick again. Fuck you mean again?
Again?
You're in the middle of a song. This happened earlier?
Hey, you leave him alone or he'll leave.
Yeah. Well,
he will leave.
He can't afford to.
No. Can't.
He's got to get that $50 at the end of the night. So, all right, I won. So, should we do him in the order we pitched him? Does that make sense?
Whatever order you want.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so I'll go first with your pick, Armored Saint.
Okay.
Oh, how do they spell it? I'm going to bring it up. So, and then I'm going to also make these additions to the playlist live.
And I wanted to give you a trivia question, see if you were able to do homework.
I was not.
That's perfect. Two of the bands that I gave you have some kind of relation to each other.
The Armored Saint lead singer is fucking the drummer from Nuclear Assault.
You were sharp, but no.
I went deep into the Facebook threads on that.
Wow.
One. You like that shit?
Wow.
So my first addition to the playlist.
Yes.
Armored Saint, Human Vulture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do you know how I found it?
How?
I picked a random album and I was like, what song sounds the coolest? And then I clicked it.
I was expecting to come out with something like, notable, like more known, like Can You Deliver or March the Saint or you went deep on a deep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I made my daddy proud. That was so funny at the wormhole. What's his name? The super tough guy, big dude, bouncer.
Oh, Kenny.
Kenny, yeah. We were there Monday night, and I convinced him that you were my dad. And he was like, what?
Well, Kenny thinks like the rest of them. They think I'm ancient.
Yeah. They can't quite get it. It's Armored Saint. Can You Deliver? End of the Attention Span. That was the one I was trying to. We were talking about them on Monday, and I made an attention span joke, and you were like, "What?" And I was like, the Armored Saint song, and you were like, "What?" And I was
Dude, they have like 70 songs. You expect
all called attention span.
Like 6 versions of it.
So yeah, their popular releases in terms of album are March of the Saint, Punching the Sky, End of the Attention Span, and Symbol of Salvation. 1991, 2020, and 1984. Wow, they go back a fucking long way.
Mm-hmm. I think they were formed in like 79.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus. So tell me about this band, because that was my pick. I'll kind of give you my feel on them, and you kind of give me the history that you've had with them.
I know nothing about them. I've never even heard of them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Sorry.
You just knew you could pick 5 metal bands, and I'd never heard of them.
I actually made that name up. I was surprised there was actually a band named that.
So I liked Armored Saint I would say it's definitely not like the typical metal I gravitate to in terms of like I like the music. Again, I go back to the same thing that vocals can kind of ruin metal for me. And a lot of the times it's like he's like in between singing. I think there's a couple of different singers, right? It's the same one all the way through. Okay, he does a good job of switching it up because like on Human Vultures he's a little grittier, but on most of the other stuff he's like kind of between clean and gritty, and it's like it's not great. It's like, so take for example Mastodon. Like the drummer sings real clean, and he's got a real pretty voice. Like it's really well done, clean. And then the bass player, he's got like the more like kind of gritty, harsher vocals. And like Armored Saint lead singer's like kind of between the two. So it's this weird like kind of like it's not flavorful enough for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and like, I don't think he's the best singer. So. I don't think he's like the best metal vocalist I've ever heard, and that's not taking anything away from the band or that. I found songs I like.
So you're gonna break my heart every episode now?
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
yes. No. I liked Armored Saint way more than I liked Huey Lewis in the News or what? Who did Some Like It Hot? Herbie Herberson. Shit McBootlicker.
The Power Station.
Sorry. Blocked it out like that summer.
But I'm gonna form a band now called Herbie Herberson.
Herbie Herberson, yeah. Sorry, I blocked that band out like that summer I spent with my grandpa's friend.
We had fun that summer, didn't we?
You made that happen to me.
You picked a lot of corn, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes. So did you. Sodomy.
Yeah, that never gets old.
Yeah, I'll go through some songs that I really like. I did like Can You Deliver, End of Attention Span.
Now,
Standing on the Shoulders of Giants surprised me because I didn't like his vocals in it, but I liked the theme of the song.
And that's a newer song. That's from their newest album.
Yeah, it was a little bit more thematic and kind of like almost theatrical.
With them, like his voice has gotten progressively better over the years. So yeah, when you listen to a song like Can You Deliver or anything off like the first album, his vocals were a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And now as a man in his mid to late 50s, he's embraced that grittiness. So did you recognize his voice at all? Did you?
Yeah, Fred Durst. Fucking the drummer from Nuclear Assault.
Oh, actually, I'll get into my history because you asked me what I feel about it.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing.
I like the songs. I interrupted you really bad.
That's okay. They're not prog, but they're kind of like prog adjacent because they do stuff like some stuff kind of reminds me of like Tool, not as like industrial, but like they have that song Tribal Dance, which is like very like rhythmic and like percussion based, which is kind of cool, and like they have interesting changes in a lot of their songs that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So they kind of they dabble into the like having movements and progressions and stuff like that. So I did enjoy that part of them.
They do have some rockin' songs, like especially in their latter material. Like I love the song "Creepy Feelings" from 2000.
Oh yeah, looking at that right now.
Okay. Even newer, like "Right Hook" from Left Field is a great song. It's just like in your face.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot. Yeah.
"Win Hands Down" is a good song.
I liked "Seducer."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was off of one of their earlier albums.
Yeah, that was like first or second record, I think.
Madhouse.
Yeah,
I liked Madhouse. I liked a lot of that. What album was that? It was March of the Saint.
Yeah,
and that was their first album.
Yeah, their first album.
Yeah.
Now if you came across it, and I apologize if you had to hear it, I think it was on their second album, their label made them do a cover of Saturday Night Special.
Yes.
That was not something they wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
And, because you know how much I love Leonard Skinner?
Yeah, a lot.
So I was shocked when but it was like, that was a record label saying, yeah, you need to cover this song. And, they didn't want to, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little Armored Saint history for you, and I'll keep it brief. Yeah, I mean they're just.
You can go into it as much as you want, man.
Okay, well, in the beginning of time, there was a big explosion.
By the way, speaking just real quick before I forget, Jonathan celebrates yearly the day that Leonard Skinner's plane went down. It's a national holiday for him.
I do. Ouch!
Killed the wrong Van Zandt.
Oh,
I killed the right Van Sant.
yeah. All those.
Obviously
Anyway.
kidding. Obviously kidding.
I definitely didn't. Yeah. But anyway.
This one's for you,
This
Leonard.
one's for you.
Which one's Leonard?
Yeah. Him and Pink are going on tour. Leonard and Pink. But yeah. Yeah, boy.
2 in the Pinks tour.
But anyway, so Armored Saint, just I call them like a straightforward metal band from California. There's some interesting factoids that one I don't think you even knew, but and and they all grew up together, all high school friends, and they were just kind of getting started in 1984. Metallica approached the lead singer John Bush and asked him if he would become the new lead singer of Metallica, so James Hetfield could concentrate more on his guitar playing. And John Bush turned them down.
So they were trying to make it a 5-piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. It'd be a very different Metallica.
Even John Bush had said he said in later years, he was like, "There's no way I could have brought to the table what Metallica is now." He was like, "There's no way they would not be what they are today if I joined." And I mean, that's a pretty strong statement to make.
When I think James Hetfield has gotten really good at singing.
Oh yeah.
He's really come into his own.
He really finally. Maybe they'll get some success.
I just feel like one of those like football casters that never played football. That's like, yeah, he just really sucks. I just
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
So Armored Saint has a medial level of fame. I mean, they're known in the metal community. Unfortunately, they were getting ready to record, or they were recording "Symbol of Salvation," and one of their guitar players, I want to say it was either lymphoma or leukemia, and he died.
Oh.
So they recorded "Symbol of Salvation," released it, and they decided, that was their buddy. They didn't want to carry on. So in the meantime, John Bush was once again asked to join another Big Four band, Anthrax. Now
and he joined that one.
He joined Anthrax, and I've given you one of the songs with John Bush.
This is not an exit.
Yes.
Yes, I know so much about music now. This is the entire point of the podcast, by the way, is to introduce me to stuff.
So he was
Oh, I hear it in the voice now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just later, more mature John Bush voice when he joined Anthrax. He was getting grittier and,
Generic joke about passing up Metallica for Anthrax.
I know. But, and this is a very unpopular opinion, but my favorite version of Anthrax is with John Bush.
Ooh, shots fired.
It is. And I've got a couple of friends that feel the same way. I'm not knocking the Joey Belladonna years of Anthrax. They made some great music, but to me, John Bush he brought guts to it.
You like what you like, man.
I know, I think I just love his singing. Armored Saint got back together in 2000 and just kind of took their time off and on putting out albums, and they put out one last year. Punch in the Sky was their newest one, but they're still doing it. Still, still a bunch of buddies. They're just old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Armored Saint is Armored Saint. I mean, and it's a shame they never got too popular, but they still make good music. And I mean, this is just me saying, but I listen to their newer material more than I do some of my old favorite bands' newer material.
I could see that, yeah.
I mean,
they definitely have some longevity to them.
They do,
which is interesting because they in terms of the stuff that I like. I did like a lot of stuff off that first album, but it was kind of like dipping, kind of like going and then steadily going up for me in terms of like stuff I was liking.
Yeah, I'm not being rude. I've got to remember what song I picked.
That's good. Yeah, it's all good.
If you're done.
Oh yeah.
Well. Armored Saint, yay or nay? You gonna keep exploring them?
You know what? I will let you give me another Armored Saint song.
Okay.
I'll put them on a tentative pause. I like them. They were my second favorite band this week. But yeah, I would like to sort of, I pick Human Vulture, something in that vein. Because like a lot of what I was finding was sort of a little bit more like less harsh, but I liked the harsh stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's my wrap of Armored Saint. I would definitely recommend them if you're into metal and you haven't heard of them. I wouldn't say this is a good band to get into if you're not familiar with metal.
Yeah.
Just because it's a little challenging, maybe the right word.
Could be
Something like shitty. No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, here we are again, talking shit about bands that are wildly more successful than me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me get up the playlist.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and
please do
jump in. I'm gonna go kind of in maybe no particular order, but the first one I'm gonna jump into is that you gave me was Chariot.
Cool.
What an interesting discovery, and what an interesting path I had to take.
Let's go into that real quick. So here's how Jonathan and I came on Chariot, because I initially picked this Chariot, and then I was like, wait, no, I'm gonna put the Chariot because I can't help but want to like just make you listen to shitty music.
Yeah, you love doing that.
And so I'm gonna on this one we're gonna kind of flip it. I'm gonna give you the backstory of how I figured out Chariot, and then you can kind of go into what you thought about them. But so I was gonna back when I was in a full-time band, I would occasionally jam with other people if I met them out, just because that was fun, kind of break up the monotony of playing with the same people. I met this guy at Portman's. He played drums, and I was wearing a metal shirt or something. He's like, "Hey, do you play metal?" And I was like, "I play more like hard rock, but I'm really into metal, and I'm trying to get better. And like, if I found a metal drummer, like, perfect, right?" He was like, "Okay, we should jam sometime." I was like, "Sure." So he hits me up and he's like, "You want to jam tomorrow?" "Sure." And I was like, "What are some bands you're into so I can kind of know what kind of stuff you like?" And he said Chariot. He didn't say the Chariot. So I looked up Chariot, or he may have said the Chariot, and I looked up Chariot. So the Chariot is, I don't know what you would call them, if they're like, I'm not good with genres, but they're kind of like, what, like Norma Jean-ish, kind of like screamy. I think they're for a younger crowd, a younger version of metalhead. Yeah. But I found Chariot, so I went into this and I was like, cool, this is like, these are riffs that I play. Like, this is like 80s metal, kind of hard rock. So I was really into it. So back to my suggestion, I was like, Chariot, and I was like, no, wait, the Chariot. And then you were like, no, I kind of like this Chariot. Like, they're kind of, I can't believe I haven't heard of them. They're kind of like that second wave of English metal or whatever. And I was like, no, the Chariot. And you looked them up and you're like, oh no. And I was like, you know what? We'll go with Chariot. We'll go with Chariot. So what's your recommended song?
My recommended song was,
that's okay.
Is actually, and it Screams the Night.
Nice.
It's off their second record.
Flagged.
And it was actually, I really only was able to explore their first two records. They've got a lot. They're still putting out records. I see they got one from like 2018.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're part of the second wave of the new wave of British heavy metal in the early mid 80s. What threw me for a loop was there was another band called Chariot that released a self-titled album in 1971, and they are not heavy metal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but their first album, The Warrior, it had some good stuff on it. It has that flavor of the British heavy metal that was coming over, and I'd kind of like picked and chose a few songs for that first one. I was like, well, let me go into the second album. Usually bands like this, their momentum is first, second album. That's where you need to really get your start. I didn't want to listen to anything they've done in 2018 if they've been around for 40 years. Like,
those fingers can't move like they used to.
No, and there was some good stuff off the second album, which is called Burning Ambition. But the lead singer, and like I said, it's hard to find anything about these guys.
Yeah.
But the lead singer kind of has
they're kind of one of those bands that they weren't well known when they were coming out, so there's not a lot about them back then. Yeah. But they're also pre-social media. Yeah. So there's not a lot, like, they haven't gotten any more notoriety. So they haven't used social media to their advantage. So that's why it's kind of hard to find anything about them.
I mean, they don't even have a Wikipedia or anything. No. I had to find them. I had to Google them, which I rarely use the Googles, but
yeah.
But they were on the Encyclopedia Metalium, which is a database of metal bands.
Oh, cool. I'll have to look that up.
Which is how I had to discover that they did not put out a record in 1971. That was another band, but the lead singer has almost like he vocally he reminded me of Paul Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
If Paul Stanley
smoked more cigarettes.
Yeah, wasn't so effeminate. And I like Paul Stanley.
What can I do?
It wasn't Paul Stanley.
Yeah, it was.
Beth was sung by Peter Criss, the drummer.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't fucking know who sings in that band. Wait, which one did Gene Simmons sing?
Him and Paul Stanley like sang on every like.
Yeah. That's why I just sing her.
No, Beth was. That's what made Gene Simmons so mad. That was their first '1 hit, and it was written and sung by the drummer that he hated.
Okay, all right.
So, Gene Simmons.
By the way, I was watching Loudwire, and it was like top like Ronnie James Dio moments, and there was like 2 or 3 of him just talking shit about Gene Simmons in it. It was so funny. He's like, Gene Simmons, he invented breathing and something. It was really funny.
Well, Gene Simmons tried to say he invented the devil horns.
Yeah.
He tried to copyright it.
Yeah, he copyrighted OJ apparently, like the acronym for orange juice, OJ. That was another thing Dio was talking about. Yeah,
but he's a joke. He is joke wise. He is like at the levels of Ted Nugent right now.
Yeah,
isn't it funny that COVID didn't exist until Ted Nugent got it?
Yeah,
but anyway, we're not getting into any of that. Yeah. They're all rock and rollers. But back to the band that we care about right now.
Chariot.
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 They actually, to be honest with you, I want to kind of deep dive, but I want to do it.
Is your password tits?
No. Don't look at my password. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a good password.
That's the kind of password an idiot would have on his luggage.
Somebody changed the code on my luggage. Showed Sam Spaceballs. She didn't get it.
Oh.
It's okay. Showed her Airplane. She liked Airplane. So
Airplane is probably the
1 for 2.
Okay, yeah.
You don't like Airplane?
No, it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
What do you make of this? I can make a brush. I can make a bird. I can make a pterodactyl.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on
Picked a bad week to quit sniffing glue.
I picked a bad week to quit doing amphetamines.
Chariot. But
anyway, I really, really want to slowly deep dive chronologically with them. They're fun. They remind me of kind of like that feel of the bands that were the way before them. Bands like Saxon, Diamond Head, even like Witchfinder General. Don't listen to them because they're coming soon.
Okay.
Into your head.
Into my Diamond Head.
In your Diamond Head. Diamond Head's another one that's coming soon.
Yeah. But I've listened to some Diamond Head actually.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I got it because it was a Big 4 tour. And they all came on stage and they played a Diamond Head song.
Yeah, they did an Am I Evil, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I got in. Or that's how I found them.
Yeah.
So
that's
as long as you don't pick In My Evil, I probably won't remember anything.
I won't do a deep cut because I won't do any of the songs that Metallica covered.
Okay.
And they've covered a few of their songs, which, I'm not ashamed to say that that's how I discovered who Diamond Head was.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
But
so that's how a lot of bands found punk bands that Metallica was into because they covered them.
Yeah, especially the Misfits. That was the Misfits resurgence.
Yeah, Last Kiss.
Last Caress.
Last Caress, sorry.
Yeah. Last Kiss.
I was listening to Pearl Jam earlier.
Actually, I like Pearl Jam, so I can't.
I was like, what the fuck? You like Pearl Jam?
I do.
No, I mean not favorite. No Armored Saint, but
no, they're not even
Chariot.
They're not even Chariot. But anyway, But yeah, I like the style of it. It's a throwback. Well, it was of the time of that good hard rockin', early to mid '80s British sound of heavy metal.
I found a band that you should have known about that you didn't know about.
And that's the thing. I really should have already heard these guys.
Yeah,
and I hadn't.
Makes up for the fact that I think it makes up for the other 13 that I tried.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. That was a good try.
Yeah,
I said nice try.
Being a dick.
I was smirking nice try. Moron.
Yeah. But you didn't hear Oathbreakers, so
yeah, no. See,
it was a good try.
It was a nice try.
Ass.
But yeah, to sum it up, I want to explore these guys some more. It's a lot of fun. Reminds me of those bands, and if you like that era of, heavy metal, the British,
if you like Good Charlotte, if you like Blink-182,
then you quit listening to us last week.
Get in your dunce corner and suck your thumb.
Now, I do hope Aaron Lewis covers one of their songs, because it would only make it better.
Yeah, but he'd have to learn how to play guitar first.
Well, he would just play some of it and then leave.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He said, I was going to play it, and then you guys kept talking.
Would you shut up? Please? Anybody got a Marlboro I can borrow?
One puff gives it back.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me borrow that cigarette.
Thanks for the short.
Okay.
All right, let's get on. Did I give you the song already?
Yeah, Screams the Night. Screams the Night.
Which is cool. It was like
it's kind of like a Judas Priestess kind of thing.
But it was the
Judas
theme...
Priest-esque, not Judas Priestess. I'm not a total tard.
Actually,
it sounded like Judas Priestess.
There's a female Judas Priest cover. Oh. Yeah. Oh, well. Now you know metal bands.
I told you, people are going to be fucking astounded at what I know and what I don't know.
I know. But yeah, that song is like about some kind of like serial killer that stalks women, but it never really gets to like a finality in the song.
No.
Like,
yeah.
He's coming for you, or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
And now you're gonna die.
Yeah, now you're gonna die. You're gonna die. And it's aimed at women. It's like, only if you're a woman, this guy's going to get you.
Speaking of, really quick, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we did this.
It was fun.
Because it got me into, like, I was like, I have to fucking look up metal bands. And I found a lot of metal bands that you've probably heard of, but that I like. So, like, Avatar. I found Avatar. I hadn't heard of them. Really like them because they're kind of like Ghost a little bit. And I like Ghost.
Yeah.
Like, they do that. They're not just purely across the board metal. They have, like, kind of just, like, cool... They're a eclectic kind of band.
Yeah, that's a good word for them.
I found Butcher Babies. Really like Butcher Babies in terms of like female vocalists. Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you've nodded at me like you hadn't heard of them.
Yeah. Of course I have.
What say something about Butcher Babies.
I mean they're all right.
What? I liked them.
I don't dislike them, but they're all right.
Look over here listening to fucking Sublime.
Oh God.
Okay, Nuclear Assault.
Boom.
You said, see, because you've kind of, this is interesting because you kind of phrased it as like, Armored Saint kind of is the appetizer, the taster, and then you were like, Nuclear Assault's like this, like, it's going to be I don't remember how you phrased it, but it was basically like stepping it up, like upping the ante. Nuclear Assault was my favorite band out of the three. I love Nuclear Assault. They're super cool.
I feel like I just converted you to Scientology.
Yeah.
We're going to see Zeton together.
We're going to go. It's Xenu.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to go see Tom Cruise together.
Yeah. All hail Cruise.
But yeah.
Captain or Admiral, they call him Admiral Elron because
is he a rear admiral?
No, but I think he's a butt pirate.
Oh, well.
This is the super progressive
podcast. I was doing the sign language from the movie PCU.
That's just because he got cum in his eye.
Old Travolta.
But the song I picked for the playlist is Vengeance.
Oh, wow.
Off of Game Over.
Uh-huh. That was their first full-length record, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that was actually my favorite album.
That's
out of them.
That's a good choice.
I did like. Hang on, I got to kind of bring it up. Like we said, there's a lot to dive into.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? Nuclear Assault. Game Over. Nuclear Assault. I was between that and Something Wicked, because I'm a big Ray Bradbury fan. I started Something Wicked This Way Comes a long time ago. I never finished it, but like, I really like Fahrenheit 451.
Mm-hmm. I like that one.
And then he actually has written my favorite short story. It's called The Veldt, and it's kind of this counter narrative to Peter Pan. So Peter Pan, the writer of Peter Pan, his whole philosophy on the young man that wants to stay in Neverland forever. It's the child's fault, and Ray Bradbury counters that narrative with saying that it's the parents' fault.
No, it's Michael Jackson's fault.
It is Michael Jackson's fault. But
sorry,
it's this really cool science fiction short story about like these parents and their kids, and they have like a virtual reality room, like really ahead of its time. He wrote it in like the 40s or 50s or something.
Oh, wow.
And they can do whatever they want in this room. They can go under the sea. They can fly. But they keep choosing the Sahara or not the Sahara, the Serengeti in Africa, and they keep just hanging out there. And the parents are all confused by it. And then no spoilers, but yeah. So basically the whole premise is like, no, it's not the child's fault for wanting to stay in Neverland. It's the parents' fault. So really interesting kind of stuff. Anyway, so it was between that and Something Wicked. I was trying to find a non-live version of Hang the Priest or Hang the Pope, but they do that a lot on their albums. Is like they only have live versions of the songs.
Yeah, Hang the Pope, live version or the studio version. I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead. I think I've got a studio version of it.
Oh, okay. I was looking for, maybe it's on one of the singles.
I think it's
not on the Plague, but fuck, you figure it out. I like that.
You know who that song's about? You need to. Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
That is about. They're making fun of Vince Neil. Motley Crue lead singer.
Oh no shit.
He's the one that.
Sorry, I don't know stuff.
Him and the drummer for Hanaway Rocks, Razzle, they were drinking, or he was drinking, and they went to go make a beer run, and coming back, he crashed his car.
Oh, yeah,
he was driving a Pantera, which is what they mentioned. Like, hey, I got a new Pantera, let's go for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of an irony thing of like, it's about Vince Neil, but about, him actually, in the song, he actually goes to prison, and, you can figure it out.
Instead of getting community service.
Right, which is what he got.
And what band was the guy in that he killed? You've told me before.
Hanaway Rocks.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, Razzle. But yeah. That was kind of like their lash at him. So
they were none too happy with Vince Neil.
Well, no, that wasn't cool.
I did like Handle with Care. That was a cool album.
That was like their breakthrough album. But
Critical Mass being the big hit off that, I think.
It was.
Yeah.
Critical Mass.
Third World Genocide. That's fucking cool.
That was their comeback.
Yeah.
And the only problem with that album is the production on it isn't great.
Yeah.
And they almost bury the vocals.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the best voice ever, but it fits the music.
Yeah. He does for like that Game Over era. He's got like especially like more of the punky kind of tunes, like the shorter, really, really fast tunes.
Okay. I'm not gonna play. Okay, they have a compilation called Assault and Battery. It has the studio version of Hang the Pope.
That must just be on Apple Music.
It is. But anyway.
Yeah, this was my favorite one.
YouTube will have it, and whatever else you use.
Yeah, this is the kind of metal I'm into, like real gritty. Mm-hmm. I like bands that kind of like bounce back and forth between sort of punk and metal kind of tropes, like Corrosion and Conformity. I like that kind of like they're in between sort of vibe. And that's what a lot of their songs remind me of. They have these like kind of like typical classic metal kind of structures, but then they'll have like just a 2-minute song that's just like they're just speeding through it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I like that kind of shit.
They do a lot of hardcore like stuff, like that's. And they have a sense of humor to them. I mean,
definitely.
They were probably the first heavy metal environmentalists. Because I mean, if a lot of the lyrics are about saving the planet and against nuclear war and all that stuff. Yeah. But they also, because they would tackle like serious subjects like that, so they had to have a sense of humor, right, to go along with it. But this is the band that I discovered. I was in about 7th grade. And I really got into them when I was in 8th grade. And I think I've told the story before. I was the kid, like, that was when I was in 8th grade, bands like, or musicians like Vanilla Ice. No, he hadn't even come out yet. MC Hammer and, who else is popular in 89, 90?
Boyz II Men?
Maybe.
New Kids on the Block?
All that kind of jazz was popular.
It's not jazz. You're using that word again. I don't think you know what it means.
It was funk music. Yeah. But anyway.
I want somebody to make a meme of that. It's like the Princess Bride. Like, you keep using that word. I don't think you know what it means.
But, and I would hung out with people who, not by choice, but that's all I had. and we'd go to the mall because I was a mall rat, and I'd go buy Nuclear Assault tape because I was really getting into them. And of course, these idiot friends of mine were like, "Oh, yeah, those guys are great." Dude, you listen to MC Hammer.
Yeah.
You have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
So don't even pretend.
Yeah, you don't hate yourself. Quit posing.
Quit being a poser.
I actually hate myself.
Like, name one song without looking at this tape.
Yeah. Like, Assault the Nuclear.
They sing that song about the devil, don't they?
Yeah.
They're all about the devil.
Yeah. the devil.
And
named,
Vince Neil.
Yeah. The devil named Ronald Reagan and
then it was George Bush.
And Gorbachev. In 89? Yeah.
Yeah, it was George Bush.
George Bush and
Senior.
Who would have been
Gorbachev was
Russian,
still. He was still in. Yeah.
Gorbachev?
That's when the wall came down.
Brusilov.
The wall came down in 89, 90.
91.
Initially, it started in.
Oh, the Berlin Wall. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. What were you talking about?
I don't know. I was thinking of the actual collapse of the Soviet
Great Wall
Union.
of China.
Yeah, that's
that
when,
came down.
Yeah, in 1500.
Well, Reagan was like, Chinese people, tear down this wall.
Yeah.
Or let us all visit it. It's a nice tourist attraction. Just kidding.
And now we're in the pickle.
Now we are in the pickle.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to Vengeance. Let's get back to. Yeah, Hang the Pope is a great song because it's only got like one line. It's like, hang the Pope, hang the Pope, hang the Pope.
Yeah,
and it says like super fast.
Yeah.
Hang him from his head, hang him till he's dead.
Yeah, you're 100% tongue-in-cheek song, but it's just kind of like they did it to be like so people go, oh, I didn't know.
And what's funny is the lead singer is Catholic.
Yeah,
and even he got the joke.
Yeah,
so it's like okay, well,
yeah,
but yeah. So back to you. I'm sorry. See, I was making it about me right now.
Yeah,
it's my time.
We gotta make it about us. Otherwise, who would tune in for any reason?
Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean,
come for the music, stay for the personalities.
We are literally talking to 4 people.
You never know.
Well, both of your parents are alive. Both of mine are alive. So we are literally talking to 4 people. No, I'm just kidding. My parents aren't listening.
Yeah. I hope not. I've said a lot of really horrible things on this. I don't care if my parents hear it. I care if your parents hear it.
And, I mean,
your parents seem like nice, decent people. My parents are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. My parents are nice, decent people. Their kids are horrible. Yeah. They couldn't get it right 3 times.
Well, they got it right once at the end.
He's just good at faking it.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so little trivia I threw at you earlier this morning.
What was it?
The 2 bands, how are they related?
Oh, okay.
The bass player for Nuclear Assault was the original bass player for Anthrax.
Okay. So Anthrax is the linchpin to all this.
Linchpin, yeah.
I'd never figured out.
I know you wouldn't.
I read the word anthrax and my eyes just glaze over.
Really?
Yeah, I can't even see the word.
Well, words are hard.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's not a Monster Energy logo next to it every time it's written.
So did you like the band?
I liked it. Yeah. I liked it more than Anthrax, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no offense.
But yeah. No, actually, I'm surprised you liked Nuclear Assault so much, but I'm also excited that you liked him.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, do I want to tell him he can just cut loose and listen to him?
Yeah, I already have.
Okay.
Yeah, I've listened to every album. Except Alive Again, because that was just a lot of the songs I'd already listened to.
Yeah, it's a live record too.
Yeah. But and then I didn't listen to the full newest one.
Okay.
Third World Genocide. I listened to a couple songs off of it.
Yeah,
and I was like, the
production's just not great on it.
Yeah. But yeah, cool band. Really liked them. Favorite of the 3, so you know where Sentenced falls. So
I figured Sentence was going to be a little difficult pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get to them.
Big giant horse pill.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Are my turn?
Your turn.
Oh, I finally get a turn. All right. So I'm kind of going in a weird order.
That's okay.
So I'm sorry. There we go. I'm bringing up.
Oh, I just got a really cool idea. So after we do our favorite songs, we'll switch it and add like, so your favorite Nuclear Assault song, and I'll put it on the playlist.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we'll do your favorites from my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
And they get it.
So who you doing?
So I'm jumping to Death of Kings.
Sweet.
We're
gonna have to for sure tag them when we put this episode out. We're gonna do that, by the way, on the Instagram. Just add all the bands that we talk about.
Yeah, and I'll tag them on the thing. The song I picked, and honestly, I picked Shadow of the Reaper.
Cool, hell yeah.
But the band, as far as I could find, only really have like one album out.
Yep.
So,
and I actually have the physical CD, and I have it signed by the 2 guitarists and the bass player. I think the drummer was out back getting a blowjob, so I couldn't get him to sign it. Shout out to Death of Kings.
All right. Well, now we know where your old lady was.
Yeah. Oh.
Ouch. I'm so sorry.
It's going to be so weird having you back on my podcast because people are going to be like, wait, they're being nice to each other. It's like, yeah, that's not this show. That's the other show.
It's the other one.
What do you think? What do you think?
They were almost a step away from me not being my flavor. That
really?
Makes sense?
Close.
Just because vocally,
you still liked it?
Yeah.
It's a little shrill.
It was a little bit almost too shrill for my enjoyment, but not.
Cool.
The only thing is, it's a shame that all I have is this album. So, and you know, they when I did my research, they were around from 2009 to 2019, and they have broken up.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
They're from Atlanta, which was cool to find a localish band. I mean, they got a lot of energy to them and a lot of that thing. But they were, I don't know. It's just, it didn't nuclear assault me.
Yeah, didn't blow you away.
Yeah. I mean,
they're cool. I liked them. From the first time I heard them, I must have seen them really close to when they were breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been that year or the year before if they broke up in 2019. And I think I knew they broke up. That might have been why I got rid of their shirt. Because I had a Death of Kings shirt. I was going to wear it today, but I got rid of a lot of band shirts, and that might have been why I got rid of it. It's because they're not a thing anymore. Like,
yeah, every time a band breaks up, I throw away their shirts.
Do you really?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't throw it away. I just donated.
I was being sarcastic.
I had 2
Led Zeppelin shirt. Well, they're not together anymore.
Yeah, the good ones died. Well, I mean, just John Bonham, really.
Oh. No, there's a guy that plays guitar in that band. He's all right.
He's not that good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shots fired. Fuck you, Jimmy Page. I'm calling you out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a good guitar player for a retard.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he can't keep up with Mr. Waite.
Yeah. He can't. I just stole all of his riffs. So how?
Well, he stole them too. We all knew that.
Nah, I just stole them from the guy stealing them. So who's the real criminal?
True.
Him.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking guy.
I'm sure as he's sitting in his castle right now with his millions and millions of dollars.
Worshipping Satan.
Well, he has a castle.
Yeah, well.
But anyway.
So, I saw them at a Black Tusk show. It's Black Tusk, them, and then, God, what's that? It's a local band. They're like kind of hardcore. There's like a real old guy. That's the lead. He's got like a family. He wears like a basketball jersey with like 666 on it. And then it might actually be a Slayer jersey now that I think about it. And there's a long-haired guy who plays guitar. They're local. I can't remember their name. It's not Forced Entry because that was Alex's band. Anyway, so they were playing the show.
Could you be a little more vague?
Yeah, sure. They got this drug addict as the drummer, and
oh yeah,
really narrowing it down.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
so saw Death of Kings. That was actually the night I heard Nice Boys for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were playing music in that genre between sets and stuff. But
I'm guessing this was at the Jinx.
this was actually at Sulphur Studios in the Above thing before they got fire marshaled.
Oh yeah, I forgot they used to play music up there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so it was fun, and I think that was one of the first couple metal shows I ever really went to. Skeleton Witch was my first one, and then that one was around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
or maybe just after Slayer. So, yeah, I really liked the music. I thought it was cool. I really hadn't gotten into a lot of thrash yet.
Mm-hmm.
So really Slayer, and I was starting to kind of listen to some early Metallica and some Megadeth and who else? Testament, stuff like that. So
Anthrax.
Then it was cool. Yeah, no, I didn't mention them on purpose. So it was cool to see guys my age playing that kind of music. So I was like, oh, okay, so people are still kind of making music like that, and so I enjoy them. I like the album. It was definitely a good buy. It's kind of cool. I really deep cut you on this one. So
yeah,
that was kind of cool.
It was enjoyable. It's one of those bands where it's like, I probably would appreciate them more if I'd gotten to see them live. They they're maybe not vocally, but like musically, I think they would have just really been crushing live.
Yeah. And they got, apparently, because I was talking to Jake, he had seen them earlier, like in like 2015 or something, and he was at the show that I was at, and he's like, they've gotten so much better. So that was really cool to see and hear, and like I think it's so impressive when people play guitar in that style and sing over it, because it's like I get the separation to a certain extent, but yeah, I mean, you have to really practice that. Yeah, it's really cool. So
yeah, overall I enjoyed it. The only thing is I'm just sorry there's nothing else to explore with them.
Yeah, kind of a one and done. But I knew you hadn't heard of them, so
I'd never heard of them.
Had to stack the deck.
But yeah. I mean, they're probably not. They're not my favorite of the three.
Okay.
But they are in the top three. So
where did Chariot rank for you?
Well, only because of my background. Chariot is sitting at number 2.
Okay.
So I think we know where the end of this conversation is going.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked them. They weren't bad. Heavy and just fun. Like I said, I think I would had more of an appreciation if there was more to pick from, and maybe if I'd been able to see them live. I think just one of those bands. It's like if I'd just seen you live, I could almost taste like what it would sound like. But,
yeah, that's what does it for me a lot, is seeing a band live, because then you have this like deeper appreciation, and it's more often than not, if I see them live, I'm gonna like their studio stuff. There's a couple of times when I see a specific performance by somebody where I like that song more than the recorded version. There's this guy, Willie Carlisle. He has this song called Cheap Cocaine. It's really good. I'll play it for you. But there's this version on YouTube. He does it solo, and it's brilliant. He's like walking the streets of New Orleans while he's playing it. It's so good. And then the studio version is like, it's like real done up, and there's like way too many musical instruments, and it's just like overdone, and it's like I just like that stripped down. There's just something special about it. So it's like I feel like I saw him live. You know what I mean? And like, so sometimes I'll see a band live, and then I'll listen to their studio stuff, and I'm like, no.
Sometimes you can ruin something in the studio. That's it.
You know, like Pink, or back to 2 in the Pink tour. That's what she should name her next.
Pink and Pink Floyd.
Pink. Yeah, Pink and Pink Floyd, and Charlie Bliss. Couldn't think of anything else that had pink in it.
Was that Pink Sweats or whatever that band was? Pink
Sweats, yeah. Pink
Sweats.
Money, hell yeah.
Speaking of which, we're getting off for a minute.
They've
Pink
come
Floyd,
to respect it.
Pink Floyd just released their 1990 show from Nebworth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I thought it would be longer. It's only like about a 50-minute album.
Huh.
So maybe they only play. I mean, of course, it might have been a festival at Nebworth, but it's from 1990, so they just finally released it. I haven't listened to it yet, but that's one of those bands where I could literally just listen to them live and not even go back to their studio recordings.
I really like what's the live one they've had out for a while? Pulse.
Yeah, Pulse.
Pulse is super cool. Oh, like that live version of Time. I've watched the video on that, and I was like, if I could only be in that crowd. They have all that trippy stuff going on with the clocks and the. When
they put out the live version of The Wall, called "Is There Anybody Out There?"
Yeah.
Oh, because The Wall is one of my favorite records, of all time.
That's something that so that live version of The Wall I like way more, because they have what's the It's the song right after the flowers fuck.
Mm-hmm. That's not on the album.
It's not on the album,
like,
and that was one of my favorite songs.
What do we do now, or something like that?
Yeah.
Which is a shame that there's no like studio version of that.
Yeah.
And I love that song.
I don't know why they wouldn't do that.
They recorded it just because it's in the movie.
That was so I smoked a bunch of weed before the first time I watched The Wall, and that was that was like when I was really high, was like after the flowers fucked, and I was like starting to like loop, and then that like when the face comes out of the wall and it's screaming like that. Oh, those drums, they just do it for me. I love Nick Mason. People are gonna be shocked at what I know.
Who is he? He's in Sabbath, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Brown Sabbath.
Yeah. And you know another
ate fish and chips on Friday, shitting all day Saturday.
He one of the songs that also, and it was in the movie, but the song "When the Tigers Broke Free," that was actually for The Wall.
Yeah. And
they moved it to the album came after that, and that's one of my favorite songs for what it is.
Yeah,
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
God,
I like that.
We could have a whole podcast just talking about Pink Floyd.
Let's do it.
Well, not today.
Not today, but we'll call it Two in the Pink.
Okay. Who's going to be the Pink?
Full circle.
We're
the two in the pink.
Oh, and then
and a thumb up your ass.
Oh no, we'll invite Aaron Lewis, then we'll have one in the stink. Brought it around.
I was waiting for it.
Brought it around. Thank you.
Set you up a couple times.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thanks, guys. You've been a great crowd. Sorry.
Catch me on my newest album called "I'll Fucking Leave."
That was an old Seinfeld joke where George Costanza was always like making jokes in the board meetings, and he'd make a really good joke, and then he'd make another joke that didn't fly.
Yeah.
And Jerry was like, "No, when you make that good joke, that's when you leave." He goes, "That's any good comedian knows."
Yeah.
So it shows George Costanza in a board meeting, and he makes a joke that everybody loves. And in the middle of the board meeting, because they loved his joke, he just gets up and leaves. And it literally has them wanting more.
Yeah.
In the staff meeting.
Yeah.
But he just leaves.
Yeah. I got to go and watch Seinfeld. People have recommended it to me.
Oh, that's one of my favorite shows. I love that show.
Is it my turn? It is my turn. It is my turn. Yeah. So, final thoughts on
Death of Kings?
Death of Kings.
It was good. I recommend Death of Kings. Like I said, it's a shame there's really not much more to go with them. Like I said, the vocals had me, but almost didn't have me. But
that's cool.
That's
a fine line to ride.
It was a very fine line, but it was good.
Good.
So, definitely give them a big old thumbs up.
Check them out.
And the old stank.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hope they're still active on social media a little bit. I don't know the backstory of why they broke up or whatever, but I would really be looking forward to another album. Like vocals improving a little bit, music improving a little bit. It would be cool to see them progress. Anyway, Sentenced. Too bad they couldn't complete one. Just kidding. All right, my pick was "Excuse Me While I Kill Myself."
Yes, I knew you were gonna pick that one. Yes,
just because I think it kind of sums up the rest of the material. It's sort of like, let's talk about a one-dimensional band for a little bit. They only sing about suicide.
They're a gothic metal band.
They just talk about suicide.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
If I had,
you're not wrong.
If I had a criticism of metal, it's that it can be really flat and one-dimensional, and that doesn't mean that you can't say a lot with the style, but it's like you only have a couple of things you can express, and they're sort of base emotions. There's anger, there's maybe like envy, and then there's like sadness. Or like suicidal tendencies. Yeah. So there's like it's very odd to hear a metal, like a happy metal song, like maybe Devin Townsend Project. They have a couple of like those feel good, like Grace and Kingdom. But it's not. That's not typical of metal bands. And this one was just like, I get it when there's metal bands and they have like a song or two about suicide. But this band was just songs about suicide. It kind of reminds. I used to do a joke on stage because I had 2 or 3 songs about suicide in one set. Without realizing it, I put all 3 back to back. And before I got into the third one, I was like, I know what you're all thinking. Brennan, are all of these songs going to be about suicide? Yes. It sounds like something I do. And then we started playing the next song, and it was just a fun bit to do on stage. Yeah. But I mean, literally almost every song is about suicide.
That's what they are.
Okay.
Or what they were. They've broken up, but
thank God.
They are, yeah. They're
third favorite. by default third favorite.
That
If I could put him lower, I would.
That was a hard one for you a hard pill to swallow, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Like
hard load to swallow.
They are, I mean, and I love them.
Yeah.
And actually the lead singer has a band that came after that, but we'll touch on them later. Because I'm going to slip you some of his other band that
Don't
isn't.
Slip me anything that has to do with them.
It doesn't. It's not so depressing.
You're slipping me a Mickey.
But I mean, they're Finnish metal, and in Finland, all it does is.
That's why it's so horrible. No, I mean just the outlook on life.
Oh yeah.
People like real far north. People have like a real tough time with suicide.
Yeah, and they're
Alaska,
from
Finland.
Yeah,
parts of Norway and Sweden, the parts you don't want to live in.
Dalton, Georgia,
I was driving to Georgia.
Easy, Rocky.
Killing myself.
But anyway, go ahead. But yeah, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna pick "Excuse Me While I Kill Myself."
Yeah, it's
like the title alone is worth.
Yeah,
is worth it right there.
Yeah,
that's worth that's your admission ticket right there, bro.
I feel that way at least once a week. Just like conversations I don't want to be in, and I'm like, well.
Dude, I'm
me
right
while
here.
I go hang myself weekly.
You feel like this about every Saturday about 2:00.
I'm just like, oh, suicide o'clock.
Join me on my new podcast. Brennan ain't here.
All alone.
All alone.
With my thoughts.
With
my thoughts and my thumbs.
And Aaron Lewis.
I'll leave. Don't make me leave.
So... I'm
not recommending them on any level.
That's fine. Like I said, that was a hard pill to swallow. I like them, but yeah, it's not like I can on a beautiful spring day. No, I don't put Sentenced on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I couldn't get into them like I got into Nuclear Assault. I couldn't even get into them the way I got into Armored Saint.
Yeah,
well, I couldn't even on that level. I was just like, God, this just, oh my God. Like,
buy this guy a puppy.
Oh fuck, God damn.
Yeah, that was kind of like your wild card. That was your.
Yeah, that was my Cardi B.
I don't fault you for not liking them. I love them, but
yeah.
I get it. That's a hard, cold, depressing razor blade to slide down your wrist.
And like if it was like "Excuse Me While I Kill Myself" and then a couple others sprinkled in there, and then they had songs about actually enjoying some of the satisfaction of being alive.
No, they're not going to play that game.
It'd be different.
Excuse me while I pet my puppy.
Yeah. Excuse me while I jerk off and just figure it out.
Well, it'll have you make you feel better that all the members of the band are actually still alive.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Well, no one actually did it. They're just.
I would prefer that.
No, they're not Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. Well,
that
was
Courtney Love.
Murder. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Did you see
They're not Chester Bennington.
Well, did you? That's just because he made horrible music. Fight me, Linkin Park fans.
I was about to say if I and I know that we're gonna lose fans. If I was Chester Bennington, I'd hang myself too.
I've become so numb. I can't feel my teeth. I don't know. I forget. What's the other one they had?
You know why he hung himself?
Because Fort Minor got more popular than him?
No, he found out he was in Lincoln Park. That's horrible.
Yeah. We don't hate him.
Goodbye, two fans we had.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Can we talk about how much we hate Tom Petty, too? Just pile on that. Fuck that old guy.
I like Tom Petty.
I like Robbie Six Strings version better.
Well, I mean, is there any better version?
Last Dance with Mary. Sorry, I dropped my pick again. Talk about a deep cut.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
What horrible band were we talking about? That's wildly more successful than me again.
Sentenced.
Dude, I don't want to go to Finland. Do we have to go to Finland? Yeah. Well.
But no, yeah.
Catch us on our Finland tour where the people in Helsinki try to kill us.
Well, we play happy music. Actually, there's actually happy Finnish bands like Hanaway Rocks is from Finland.
Okay. They're happy because that guy in their band died.
And Nuclear Assault wrote a song about him.
Yeah.
In defense of him. They were in defense of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll put Sentence to bed. I'll let you.
Yeah.
So no.
I mean, we could just take them out back and put them out of their misery, like old Yeller. Come on, boy. Not. You got the old rabies. You can't stop talking about suicide. We're just going to do it for you.
They literally have a song called Suicider, I think.
Yeah.
No, don't they? Or is that the other band? Never mind.
Yeah.
The Suicider. Yeah, that's Sentenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, their final album, they called it the Funeral Album because they knew it was their final album. I mean, these guys are not playing around.
Dude, these guys suck. Not even trying. Just like, oh, everything in life is hard. Yeah, you're in Finland. You should have known that. Didn't you grow up there? Do not disturb.
I do have on Do Not Disturb. What is going on?
Who hit it?
It's Trish. It's my wife.
Is it okay? Everything
yeah,
okay? You figured it out. I'll talk for a second.
She thinks she's
in terms of like my favorite.
Oh no, she sent me
joint.
She sent me a text and she was like, "Oops, that was for Carl." I'm just kidding.
Carl the milkman. That kid gonna come out looking like a milkman.
No, actually, it was for her friend Leah, not Carl.
Yeah.
Carl's with her. I don't know why she's texting him.
Yeah. This is Carl's time. 2 to 5.
I know. I was like, Carl, bro, I'll let you know when I'm on my way back.
Y'all share it like a carnival prize. You keep it Monday through Thursday. I get it every other Friday.
He's like, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, another deep cut.
All right, let's go.
Bewitcher.
So, and I hate I kind of spilled the beans too early about Bewitcher.
That's cool. I'm glad that you liked them the best because I wasn't expecting that. So I like that.
I was going to spread more into their discography, and to be honest with you, I jumped on their their newest record that just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Under the Witching. Oh no, Cursed be Thy Kingdom.
Yeah, Cursed be Thy Kingdom. It was actually, honestly, it was hard for me to pick the song to put on the playlist.
Yes.
Okay, I settled with only because it was such a fun song to listen to, and I like the title. Satanic Magick Attack.
Cool. Hell yeah.
But
well, that's interesting because mine is going to be the Savage Lands of Satan. For real.
Shout out to the songs Electric Phantoms and Death Returns. Death Returns was literally their retelling of the movie Crossroads of Crossroads.
Yeah.
That automatically like tugged my heartstrings.
Yeah. I got to watch Crossroads.
You've never watched Crossroads?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
it's about the devil, right?
It's about it's the one with Britney Spears. She goes on that road trip.
Really?
Actually, she did make a movie called Crossroads, but it's not. Me and you need to sit down and watch Crossroads.
Okay.
And then we can come up here and talk about it.
Okay.
That is a great movie. Ralph Macchio, Steve Vai. Ralph Macchio is in it. The Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Who's Steve Vai? No, just kidding. The other thing that fans are going to be amazed at what I know and what I don't know is like when I can tell you're giving me the business and when I can't.
Good.
Yeah, right.
But no, Crossroads, we need to watch it. I'm not giving you the business.
Okay, I'm down.
But I will give you the business.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Satanic Magick Attack.
I'm just going to talk because Brennan apparently is over here texting his boyfriend.
Carl.
Oh, I thought you texted me. I mean, bro.
No, you're a side bitch. You're the side bitch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not even like the good side. You're not even fries. You're like cup of fruit.
Oh.
Because you're so healthy.
I know.
So
Carl must be at your house right now.
That's right. Yeah, okay. He's waiting. He's got that Aaron Lewis lube right next to him. It's just a can of dip spit.
It's a Budweiser bottle with dip spit and a couple of Marlboro cigarette butts floating in it.
Is it too late to just change the name of the podcast to just shitting on Aaron Lewis?
Not at all. Let's trademark that because
shitting on Aaron Lewis.
I'm on the outside. I'm looking up and drop my pick.
That song's actually about an outhouse.
Oh, okay. Because
he's on the outside looking inside.
I need to look and see where he's from because I swear he's probably from like North Carolina or something.
Since we got our phones.
But if he's from like California or something, I'm not going to believe it.
Aaron Lewis is an American singer-songwriter and musician who is best known as being a fat piece of shit. Best known as lead vocal, rhythm guitarist, and founding member of the rock band Stained, with whom he released 7 studio albums.
God, that many?
Hang on. Dude, I'll give you 3 states. You guess.
Okay.
I'll give you... No, you what? I'll give you 5 and you won't get it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, I said North Carolina.
No.
Tennessee.
No.
Louisiana.
No.
Mississippi.
No.
Florida.
No.
How many is that?
That's 5. Vermont.
Vermont?
Yeah. But it says it's so born Rutland City, Vermont, but it says origin Longmeadow, Massachusetts.
That's probably where he grew up.
Oh, okay.
He can't be from Vermont. I've seen Super Troopers. They don't act like that. No.
Well, what's the Farva does?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, somebody.
I want a goddamn liter of cola. That's Aaron Lewis's next tour. Liter of cola.
Vermont. Come on, Vermont. You can do better than that. And we're from Georgia saying that.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
And you're like, well, at least we're not Canada. No, I like Canada, but they gave us Nickelback and Justin Bieber and Theory of a Dead Man.
They gave us Kim Mitchell.
They also gave us, they gave us Rush.
They gave us, you don't like Rush? You don't like songs about
trees and cars and.
Did you ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Oh,
I know that's from Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
It's so
Canadian.
funny. We'll watch.
There's
Trailer Park
another
Boys.
show from Canada though that didn't last very long. That's hilarious. It's called Corner Gas.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's the kind of humor you'll appreciate because it's kind of witty and it's Corner Gas. God, bring that show back.
Yeah,
It's
what
set
else
in,
did
like,
they give us?
Saskatchewan.
The Guess Who? You like you don't like the Guess Who?
I don't not like the Guess Who.
American Woman.
See, that's what other song have they done?
The one that I really like is shit. What is it called?
See, you don't know.
It's like a 2-parter.
Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Now you're just trying to fuck me up. I can play it in my head.
Mm-hmm. They also gave us Bryan
Mm-hmm.
Adams. They gave us John Candy. They gave us Dan Aykroyd. They gave us. I love Canada. They gave us all of our hockey players.
Samantha DiBernardo.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot your.
No sugar tonight.
Oh yeah, no sugar tonight in my coffee.
No
That's right.
sugar tonight in my tea.
That's right.
I
forgot.
think that song's all about LSD.
Probably. Yeah, a lot of good things came from Canada. I love Canada.
A lot of good things came from LSD. Woo!
Woo.
All right.
Like this podcast. Oh my goodness.
LSDC, baby.
LSDC.
It's LSD with an extra carbon atom. We got to do that. I was thinking of that as a design for a shirt, as like the chemical compound for LSD, and then just like a sidebar with a C. Kind of cool. Lemon squeeze and deep cuts. Brought to you by Hasbro.
Hasbro.
Please give me free chess sets.
Please give me free G.I. Joes.
Free bullets for my gun so I can
40
sentence
years ago.
myself to death. Okay, so
Bewitcher.
Yeah, final thoughts.
Actually, I really enjoyed Bewitcher. They reminded me of a little bit better produced version of Venom.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like, it was like I think these guys are probably heavily influenced by the band Venom.
Yeah, I would
which
say so.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
But I only kind of tickled around with this one record, but I'm like ready to. I want to
check out. Under the Witching Cross.
Yeah,
that's a really cool record. I like that a lot.
That
was the first one I listened to.
Better.
I think they're from Portland. I think
they're
they're
from
still
Portland, Oregon.
Portland. Super cool.
The band members' names? Did you look them up?
Go for it. I found them because
Go ahead,
Death. No, you're good. You can look it up. Death of Kings. Found them on Spotify. Yeah, I had their CD, but I found them on Spotify, and then I was like, I wonder what other bands people are listening to by them. So I found Bewitcher, and I really liked it because it's super heavy, bro.
Okay, their bass player's name. I'm not making this up. It's right here on the interwebs.
I believe you.
Their bass player's name is Infernal Magnus of Nocturnal Alchemy. That's his name.
So
Dude,
that's commitment.
it doesn't get more metal than that.
Yeah.
Their guitarist and lead vocalist, his name is Unholy Weaver of Shadows and Incantations.
They're deep into this.
Now their drummer, Eris Wales.
Yeah, like Chuck Daly. Dude, you got to commit. Come up with an occult name.
Come on, man.
No,
it's got to be
fuck
at least
you guys.
6 words.
No, fuck you guys. I got to keep my job at Staples. Can't be having an occult name at Staples. No, seriously, Bewitcher, super cool. Come through Savannah.
Please, I would love to see those guys live.
Shit out of that show.
Yeah, they were my
favorite. We're tagging
favorite.
them on social media for sure.
No, I really enjoyed them. I'm glad they have a brand new album out because that means they're, especially now when no one's putting out anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised, but then maybe not because I thought the name was more of like a doom metal band. So I was like, or stoner metal, and I was like, oh, this might be cool. Then I heard them, and I'm like, this is like Venom Reborn. This is it's really cool, and I like it. And you know, but yeah, I give them 2 thumbs ups.
2 thumbs in the pink.
I'd even give them one in the
play around.
little stinker.
So good. Glad you like Bewitcher.
Yeah. Loved them.
Real quick, let's go through, and so you'll give me. We're gonna go like opposite directions. So give me the Armored Saint song you want to put on the playlist.
I'm gonna stick with Creepy Feelings.
Creepy Feelings.
I think it's just a good, straightforward rocker.
Boom. Okay, and then mine for Chariot would because you took Screams the Night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do Play to Win. No, I'm gonna do Meet My Match. I'm gonna do Meet My Match. Okay, who's yours for Death of Kings? Or no, that would be mine. Sorry.
Nuclear Assault.
Nuclear Assault. Sorry.
I'm actually gonna, because we were on the same place. I'm gonna do Something Wicked.
Cool. Hell yeah. Getting the best of both worlds. Okay, so for Death of Kings, I'm gonna do Knifehammer.
Oh yeah.
And then for God, I don't even want to say the name. Go ahead.
Sentenced. I really like these guys. Let me see what. Like, there's so much of them that I like. Let me really pick out one that you're gonna definitely.
Let's just put "Excuse Me While I Kill Myself" on there twice, just back to back. And for those of you checking out the playlist, we're just gonna do it in the order we talked about them today.
I'm gonna do something different.
Well, it has to be by sentenced.
It is.
Oh, all right. Well,
I want to put their cover of "Digging the Grave" on there if it's on Spotify. That's a Faith No More song that they covered. If not, I'm going with Suicider. Grave. Digging the grave. I got it made. Wow.
I don't listen to a lot of Faith No More. Oh, now that. God damn it. What album is it off of? Sometimes these get really hard to.
It's on the same one as Frozen.
Well, that's even harder because of the Frozen soundtrack. Frozen. Look at all this Frozen shit. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. We gotta go a different route. Checking in with search. Sentenced. Super interesting content. Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is not on Spotify. Grave Sweet Grave is.
Well, I didn't say Grave Sweet Grave.
I know. So what's the other one?
The Suicider.
The Suicider.
Yeah, I think that song was like a bonus track for
which one's Suicider on?
Frozen. Is the album Frozen on there?
Yes.
Okay, then the Suicider is on there.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. I had to play. Don't do that. No schnogging the mic. Okay, cool.
Okay, we'll do the Suicider. Okay, now, Death of Kings. It's your turn.
Didn't I just do that? No, Bewitcher.
Bewitcher. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you already did Death of Kings.
Forgot to do Bewitcher. I'm going to do Savage Lands of Satan.
Okay. We went there on vacation one year.
Yeah, it was super nice.
It was a year after the Fleetwood Mac
Everybody's
incident.
super friendly, really surprising.
I know. It was great.
Okay, the playlist is complete. So we talked about it. I think next time doing like just one we can really deep dive. So I'm gonna definitely recommend a band you haven't heard of, Mastodon.
Who?
The Mastodon.
The Mastodon.
Yeah, the
never heard of
them. They did the Black Parade.
Hey, I'm not really into reggae.
My Chemical Bromance. So, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Real quick, I had a fun kind of idea, just in terms of like to show that I'm not a complete. I'm not a metal head. I'm like metalhead adjacent, but I thought we could share our favorite 3 metal albums. And so I would have some to check out because I probably haven't listened to them.
Yeah.
And if the ones that I say you haven't listened to or you haven't checked out a full ton, you could go check them out. This doesn't have to do with the podcast. This is just a little thing for us as friends who are
We're friends?
Yeah. Music friends.
Okay.
Dude, you're going to come back on my podcast and be like, everybody's going to be like, why aren't they being assholes?
These guys, what? They like each other? Wait a minute.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
No, this isn't the bit.
No. Us liking each other is the bit.
It's a total bit. What he does is he slips me a couple bucks.
That's right.
And, you know.
Your time is very cheap, might I say.
Yeah, I'm extremely cheap.
Standing outside, Chadel's like, what do I got to do for a pack of camels?
I'll be on your podcast. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can I get some clean draws?
You do a good crackhead.
Well,
Almost like you've been there before.
Right now, are we almost done, bro?
favorite three metal albums.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can go first. We can go back and forth if you want.
Yeah, let's go back and forth. In no particular order, Megadeth, Rust in Peace.
Okay.
I think that is the perfect album.
Okay. Oh, you did your best one first.
No.
Oh, okay.
I said no particular order.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do third through first.
Okay, I'm
Top
just doing.
three. Well, I mean, it's your favorite 3, so they're obviously all
Yeah,
right
at least
the
1 through 3.
The Way of All Flesh, Gojira.
Ooh, they just released a record yesterday.
Yep.
I haven't put my teeth in it yet.
I haven't either.
Let's see. This is just 3. And I feel like any answer I give is gonna be like the staple answer.
It's okay.
But let's see.
Black Album by Anthrax.
I hate you.
The Brown Album.
The
by
Brown
Anthrax.
album by Primus. No, that's a real album.
Is it?
Yeah, Primus put out a record
Actually-
called the Brown album.
I haven't looked at that one.
Well, it's brown.
Yeah.
I
I just do the hits with Primus.
They had hits.
Yeah,
I
fuck
know.
yeah.
I know. I've seen them live.
Yeah.
They did the South Park thing when I saw them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm just.
I'd show people, My Name is Mud.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, they did the theme for South Park. And they're like, did the theme for South Park? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they did. They most certainly
Did you
did.
hear all the weird guitar playing?
Yeah. They played it live in '99 when we saw them.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But
I like Les Claypool.
yeah, I do too, and he's extremely talented.
Yeah, super weird guy, but
Well, yeah, you got to be like, I mean, if I was as talented as him and did the things he did, like musically, I'd be super weird.
yeah. He has a project with John Lennon's son.
Oh wow, he has a project with everybody.
I think it's called It's like that might be a song. The Monolith of Phobos. That might be a song. What? It's the something Delirium. Shit. Anyway, we don't have to plug Primus on this. What's his second album?
Master of Puppets, Metallica, another perfect record.
Okay, I'm gonna say Anima Tool.
Okay.
That's one of the records that was like the inception point of getting me into metal.
Mm-hmm,
I still didn't get into metal for a couple of years, but I really liked that album.
That was actually
Stinkfist had me hooked.
the last. That was when
That was the last metal record I liked.
that was when that was the last album they did before the shift happened between me and Tool. Where I still love Tool, but that was before they started really getting kind of.
You didn't like Lateralus or 10,000 Days.
They were okay, and they
went more progressive.
Yeah,
less
out of my style.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still great musicians, so I'm not saying anything negative about them. But yeah, number 3. Oh God, and like there's like 50 albums right now that could be like in the top 3.
Oh yeah,
in my
sure.
mind.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
like,
I knew this would get your wheels spinning. For me, this was real easy.
Yeah, this is like, and this list is going to change probably on the way home.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I got to pick something, Oh my goodness.
This is not an entrance, Anthrax. Don't fuck my butt, Anthrax.
Why do I get up on Saturday mornings
I
and
don't
come out here
fucking
with
know.
you?
I have no idea.
I definitely have not done nearly enough mushrooms before I got here.
Another good band you'd like, Infected Mushrooms.
Infected mushrooms. I'm just making that up. I don't know what that is. I ate some infected mushrooms once. I should have known because they had like high
They
fever.
still had the cow shit on them.
They were underneath it.
You're not supposed to eat the shit too?
What? A lot of corn in this
Really-
mushroom.
it's real chewy, kind of gamey.
Master of Reality, Black Sabbath.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was the one with War Pigs, right?
No,
On it?
that was not.
Which one was that?
That was Paranoid.
Masters of Reality.
Sweet
Sweet
Leaf.
Leaf,
After
yeah.
Forever. Embryo. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Just name all of them.
No,
You know you can.
I know I can, but I'm not gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna say, Crack the Sky Mastodon.
I like it.
Good 3.
Mm-hmm. I actually
Metal adjacent.
I saw them on the Black Diamond Sky tour, which was the name of the tour was a word from each of the 3 bands' albums. The headliner was Alice in Chains on the Black Gives Way to Blue tour.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle was a band that I hate, Deftones, and they had something with the word diamond in it. And the opener was Mastodon for the Crack the Sky.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it was between that and Leviathan.
Oh yeah, Leviathan's good. I like Mastodon, and
They're so fucking cool.
I like how they do like everything with the band, like with like we were talking about earlier about the different vocalists, and just like it's like to be in Mastodon, you have to be excellent at not only your instrument, but you also have to be able to sing, and write, and then but yeah, I really like Mastodon.
They I went and watched like an early recording of them on what's the first song off of Leviathan is Blood and Thunder.
I think so.
I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot, but I saw an early version of them playing it, and it's like just as good as the the recording. I mean, it's a little shittier quality because it's just like a camera microphone probably, but it was really cool. God, they're so fucking talented. Did you ever see the video for one of their more recent releases? Is Once More Around the Sun, but what's the song? The Mother.
Yes, I was about to say, is it
so
the
it starts
Mother?
out like that super creepy kind of like metal occult stuff, and then it's just strippers from Atlanta just twerking, and then they have that super cool psychedelic like solo, and it's like, just in case you forgot, Mastodon's fucking awesome.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Or when they showed up, two guys showed up for the Grammy Awards, and what was it? The bass player or the guitar player was dressed up in a Dodgers uniform.
Oh, really? I didn't
for
see
absolutely
that.
no reason.
Just likes the Dodgers.
And they were like interviewing him, and he was like, "Yeah, they're playing tonight. I'm ready in case I get called in to play." I mean, that was the only answer he was going to give him.
That's awesome.
I can't think of the guy's name. It's the one with the face tattoo with the big curly hair. You know what I'm talking about?
That's the bass player, right?
Yeah, that's the bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. We're gonna sound like fucking idiots.
I
by
know.
the way. Hang on, Leviathan. Blood and Thunder. I got it right.
Yeah.
Yay. Mastodon bass player. We don't normally do this because we don't have phones in here.
I know. Swipe left.
That guy.
Yeah. No. The guitar player. Yeah, that's not Troy Sanders. Just checking my cameras. Swipe right.
Oh, Brett Hines.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, he's a guitar player, right?
I really like. I can't ever say his name. Bill Killier.
Yeah, Killier. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's.
I like all of them.
Yeah.
They're all good fellers.
Yeah.
But
they seem cool.
they do, and they're
Hey,
they're
at
local
Mastodon,
boys.
hang out with us.
Yeah, come back to.
They're
Savannah.
from.
They're Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a label up there. It's called Please Sign Me Mastodon Label. Mr. Waite's metal. I'll do metal. Sign me.
Yeah, they're as metal as Aaron Lewis is talented. So,
I mean, that's fair.
I know. No, but you guys are good. You're hard rock. I like your style of rock and roll.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My song's about suicide.
We had a moment.
Yeah. I got sad. You got me. You got me. So yeah, we were talking at the beginning of this, like just wanted to go ahead and start releasing stuff.
Yeah.
As coming up with the date. Here's what I was thinking. So this week, I'll just get the theme song.
Okay.
I'll get it as tight as I can. I want to buy a drum pack that's actual metal drums, because it'll take me a while to like MIDI it out. So I might just find a really good drum loop in there if I buy one of the sample packs, and then I'll record kind of what I have in my head. I'll send you a couple of checks, like maybe a couple of like different variations. Like, what are you thinking? And then I say in terms of the logo, for now we'll hold off. Yeah. And we'll just do like a picture like we talked about, and that can be like the splash screen, and then we'll dissolve that into the show. And so we'll record 10 next Saturday. Yep,
episode 10.
And then I say Monday we start releasing.
Sure.
So we'll release maybe like 5 the first day, and then Wednesday we'll release like 2, and then Thursday we'll release 2. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that Saturday we'll have 11 booked. So then we'll release. I say we release on Fridays as our typical standard thing. So we'll record Saturdays and we'll release the following Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll always have one banked. So how would we do that? Super interesting content. I would say we release up to 8.
Okay.
That first week.
Okay.
9 we'll release the next Friday.
Okay.
And then 10 will release the following Friday, but we'll have 11 banked. And then so that's the trickle effect.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sound good? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just say we'll do a photo shoot sometime this week. Maybe before we go to Mood Rights or something, we'll get like some records and I'll bring some lemons over.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll just have like a cool little.
Yeah. But yeah, and then because it only takes, all I need for like the first 5 episodes are completely done in the editing, except for the intro and outro, and that won't take.
Yeah.
Or maybe the first. But anyway, I got, enough to send everything out.
Yeah.
Out to pasture.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, thanks for sitting in. Yeah. So before we wrap it up, do we want to talk about real quick what you and I are doing tonight?
We're finally gonna butt fuck.
Well, the vaccine. I am taking Brennan on his first ghost hunting investigation tonight. I'm super excited because it's in someone's house, so it is a completely controlled environment.
You lied to me. You told me it was in the Garden of Good and Evil. So I tried to make it work. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's at the Forrest Gump bench.
Yeah. I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, maybe the bench is a ghost. Ooh.
Could be.
Ooh. This doesn't do anything, by the way.
Yeah, it's just
proximity effect.
The visual is.
I mean, this is how it normally looks in my other videos. Big old black dong. Shout out to Kenny.
But anyway, so it's a friend's house, and she has been had her suspects about a certain area. There's actually a certain room where there's the most activity, and that's where we're going to post up.
Please be the bathroom.
It's not. I'm
going to have to piss a lot.
It's not. Oddly enough, it's I'm just kidding. It's a bedroom. It's not her bedroom.
That's good.
So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to bed. Well, scoot over.
We're going to be filming you.
But
no, you're going to figure out how much you fart.
She's going to sit up with us. It's going to be like, it won't be an all-nighter. Like, it'll probably be a good 2.5 hours to get everything that we need to do. I've already got, everything scheduled out as to how we're going to do it. But, it's not, we don't need to spend the night over there. And, I think she only has like a queen-size bed, so.
Snuggle time.
Well, but no, she has other bedrooms.
Yeah.
But it's in a guest bedroom and so me and her got to talking about it, and we're all set for tonight. And I'm so glad that you want to join.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So you're going to get to see what I really do when I'm not doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But and my thing is, I hope we pick something up. I hope we get some kind of activity. I can't make any promises because I have no control over it.
Sure.
But at least we won't be out in the middle of like some cemetery in the middle of the night.
Yeah, this seems more my speed.
Yeah, she has air conditioning and she might even have snacks. Yeah.
Ghost snacks. Scooby snacks.
We can have some snacks.
Give me pumped to go ghost hunting.
And she makes meth in her basement. So
that's good.
So if you need that, we got that going on.
Okay.
So
well, if we are staying past 11, I might know.
I'm saying past 11.
Speaking of, did you ever see the movie Spun?
No.
That's a podcast in and of itself. It's
all
like
right.
it's all about these tweakers that live in like the Fernando Valley, or what's the valley, California?
San Fernando.
L.A., the one that goes out.
San Fernando.
Is that it? Okay,
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real bad. John Leguizamo can't take a shit at one part because he's so constipated for all the meth.
Well, I mean, this is John Leguizamo.
What?
He was the best.
He didn't even know he was in a movie. They were just walking around filming him.
All right.
What
Anything else before we say goodnight? But yeah, we'll touch on it a little bit next week, and I'll hopefully have some good footage to put on my YouTube channel, the Humphrey.
Go ahead and plug it. Yeah.
The Humphrey. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we don't get possessed or we don't bring the ghost back to the studio. Actually, if the ghost is into music, we will bring them in the studio, and
maybe they're into the band Ghost.
That'd be so ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or as long as they're not in Stained.
They might be.
Maybe it's the ghost.
Depends on when they died.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's Chester Bennington.
I'll fucking leave. No, don't. We need footage.
Yeah, no. I need some footage there. But
wrap it.
I don't have anything at the end. No jokes.
That's all good.
I got
you,
jokes. Buddy. Rock on, guys.
Say it back.
What?
Love you, buddy.
Oh, I love you too, buddy. I didn't hear you.